Article 1 is adopted.
Just hours after the Democratic-ruled House voted to impeach U.S. President Donald Trump, the Senate's leading Republican came out fighting.
Over the last 12 weeks, House Democrats have conducted the most rushed, least thorough, and most unfair impeachment inquiry in modern history.
House Democrats voted on 2 charges, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. The Senate will now have to hold a trial to decide whether the president should be removed from power. McConnell said last week that Republican senators would act in total coordination with the president's team during the trial, prompting a quick response by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Our founders, when they wrote the Constitution, they suspected that there could be a rogue president. I don't think they suspected that we could have a rogue president and a rogue leader in the Senate at the same time.
Pelosi has decided to delay sending the articles of impeachment until Democrats are convinced a fair trial will be held in the Senate. This could put off the trial for an indefinite period, and that is why Republicans and Democrats have to negotiate a deal. They will deliberate on what constitutes a fair trial, partly because the senators expected to sit on the jury are required by the Constitution to be impartial. The 2 sides will also have to agree on what evidence is admissible. As for Trump, he's still defiant.
What does it feel like to be the 3rd president in U.S. history to be impeached?
Well, I don't feel like I'm being impeached because it's a hoax, it's a setup, it's a horrible thing they did.
While Republicans voted unanimously against impeachment, cracks appeared in the Democratic Party. Moderate Democrat Jeff Van Drew voted against both articles of impeachment and joined the Republican Party a day later.
I have a bipartisan wall that has a lot of different people on there. Ronald Reagan, and when he said, "I didn't leave my party, my party left me."
That's true. That's what he said.
And Trump felt very confident about how the proceedings would go in a Republican-controlled Senate.
We had a totally unified party. I don't think there's ever been a time where the Republican Party was so united.
So, what is next for Trump and the impeachment process? And what are the chances the Democrats can win the 2/3 majority they need to remove the president? We'll wait and see how the leadership in both the House and the Senate will resolve the impasse.
So what is presidential impeachment, and what is the process for it in the U.S.? Impeachment is a constitutional process, and the Constitution has clearly laid out the whole procedure. But the first step is done already. The lower house of the legislative branch, the House of Representatives, bring charges against a civil officer in government, and in this case, President Trump. So now we can say the president has been impeached. But impeachment does not necessarily mean removal from office. The case would then go to the Senate. The Senate holds a trial with the Chief Justice overseeing it. A 2/3 majority in the Senate is required to convict and remove the president from office. And that means 67 senators would have to vote to remove Trump. But Republicans had a 53 to 47 advantage, so in order to remove Trump, at least 20 senators from his party have to flip. If convicted, the defendant is immediately removed from office. In this hypothetical scenario, Vice President Mike Pence would become president. But the American public still remains sharply divided on Trump's impeachment. But a Reuters Ipsos opinion poll says less than half of all Americans say President Trump would be removed from office following his impeachment, and 43% said they are happy with the House's handling of Trump's impeachment. 42% disapprove. And when asked about their feelings about the president after impeachment, 26% said they are more supportive of Trump, while 20% said they're less supportive. 48% said it had not changed their view of the president.